Morning, Saturday, May 16th. I'm going to read a passage that'll seem a little bit odd, but I think you'll understand once we get into it. It's from Mark chapter 4, and it's verses 33 and 34. With many such parables, he was speaking the word to them, so far as they were able to hear it. And he did not speak to them without a parable, but he was explaining everything privately to his own disciples. I think the interesting thing that comes across in Mark 4, if you pull that up, there's all sorts of parables. It starts with the sower, and then the seed and the mustard seed, and it's a series of parables. And after all of it, it comes off as he didn't speak to any of them without using a parable. Now, when he says speak to them, he's talking about all the people that are traveling with him. And I think it's interesting that he used everyday things in order to share spiritual truth with those that were around. Now, his disciples, he would pull them aside. In fact, after the sower, there's an entire section of where he explains what the parables meant in a very straightforward kind of fashion. But to most of them, he just kind of throws it out there and waits to see if they understand it, or hopefully they understand it as he throws it out there. We need to be the same. We need to actually go through and be willing to, I'm not saying go around telling parables, but we need to be willing to be sharing the spiritual truth that we understand of the gospel with those that we come across. We need to be doing the same sort of thing. And where it says here that he never spoke to them if it wasn't with a parable, for those that were able to hear it, it needs to be said of us that we never did anything but share the gospel with anybody who's willing to hear it. Could that make for some awkward conversations? Yes. Every single one of us has friends and family members and whatnot that are outside of Christ, that are currently lost. And yet, we, for some reason, justify it by saying, well, somebody else can take care of that, or somebody else is going to be more equipped to reach them than I am, and we just justify and rationalize our way around sharing the gospel message with them. We need to be doing this. You may be the only person that could reach a certain family member, or a friend, or a coworker. Either because of shared experiences, or perhaps personality, you just click together, and so they're willing to listen to you more than others. Who knows? But unless you're out there sharing, unless you're out there, spreading the gospel and telling what the Lord has done in your life and through you in your life, how do you know if you're going to be able to reach them or not? You can never assume that somebody else will be able to take care of that field. It may be yours to plant and water. I want to challenge you to do that today. We're entering this time where we're starting to talk about reopening a lot of different things. And that means there's going to be more opportunity to speak to others and to share to others. And we need to be taking that opportunity, awkward or not, difficult or not, to share the gospel with those around us. That's one of our duties as a Christian. So I challenge you, do your duty. I hope you have a great day. And don't forget, tomorrow we'll have our 11 o'clock worship service here on Facebook Live. Talk to you later.